Hi, folks. Looks like we are live. Great. I am alone on Zoom today. That may change. Welcome if you've never been here to one of these before. This is one of our 4 times monthly public play-along jams, one of the 2 times that we do it especially beginner friendly. And my name's Jenny, if you've never met me before. We'll be playing ukulele today, and I have a beginner songbook we will be playing from, and I will put the chords on the screen. So feel free to use that if you want to play along, or you can grab the chords for yourself from the free Patreon post that I put up with the songbook in it. Here comes Natalie on Zoom. Hi, Natalie. Nice to see you. So we will be playing beginner-friendly songs out of the Spooky Season songbook today. And what I'm going to do is use the same songbook all month, but for this jam, we will only do songs in the table of contents that are marked with a little double asterisk after them, because those have the most beginner-friendly chords. And even if the song looks a little more complicated, we can adapt those to be more beginner-friendly. And what I'll also say, just as a blanket recommendation for beginners, is that play at the level you're at and just have fun with it. If you don't know all the chords, play the chords you know. If you need to do single strums rather than a strumming pattern, do that. If you get off and you can't find your place, wait until we come back around to the beginning of a verse or chorus and join back in. And you can always come back to these videos later. They're all public on YouTube, so you can slow me down, people can speed me up, and have fun with it later too. Lainey is saying hi over in the chat on YouTube. Hi, Lainey, and anybody else who wants to say hi, please do. I picked a song for us to warm up on, and it's a new song to the songbook this year. I added 11 songs to the beginner song, or the Spooky Season songbook this year, and this is one that was recommended to me by another friend who also plays ukulele, who I don't know if she's ever played it on ukulele before. I think she just likes the song, and it's called Better Dig 2 by the band Perry, which was not a band I knew, but it has nice beginner friendly chords if you ignore that crazy A minor 7 in there. And the nice thing about this song is you can ignore the A minor 7. You could play regular A minor 7 with all open strings, or you could play A minor for every single A minor 7 that's in this song. You can get away with a ton of A minor rather than any of that A minor 7 as well. So adapt it if you like. The barred A minor 7 is more of a jazz shape, and it sounds good with this song, but it's for more advanced players. So don't feel any pressure at all to ever play it, but certainly not in this song today. And here's Jennifer saying hi. Yeah, I've missed seeing you, but no guilt trips or anything. I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad to see you in the chat over there. That's awesome. And Joy is also saying hi from Harlem. Hi, Joy. We're going to start here with Better Dig 2 by the band Perry, and if you don't know the song, if you've never heard it, it's new to me too. I will teach you how it goes. The melody is very repetitive, and the choruses are even pretty similar to the verses, so you will definitely pick it up quickly. This is just kind of a fun country one with a slightly spooky twist. So we're going to start. I've given us the note up here because it's a little hard to find your vocal note. It's not in the A minor or the A minor 7 to be found unless you play the barred one. So the E3, that's the starting note for our vocals. And I'm going to skip all the riff stuff and just play it on a regular, easy rock strum. So that will sound like this. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. You can skip that up at the end if you want. You can even go 1, 2, 3, 4 and just hit it twice. So let's give it a try. Oh, and Karine is also saying hi. So thank you very much for being here too. Let's try this one starting with your A minor or your open A minor 7. Again, no need to play that bar chord. You can substitute A minor in there too. I'll play the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I told you on the day we wed, I was gonna love you till I was dead. Made you wait till I wear tonight. That's the first and the last time I'll wear white. So if the ties that bind ever do come loose, tie them in a knot like a hangman's noose. 'Cause I'll go to heaven or I'll go to hell before I'll see you with someone else. And then these are single strums. It goes G, D, A minor. Put me in the ground. put me 6 foot down and let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crutch was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. 1, 2, 3. Well, it won't be whiskey, it won't be meth, it'll be your name on my last breath. If divorce or death ever do us part, the coroner will call it a broken heart. Single strums, G, D, A minor. So put me in the ground, put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here lies the girl whose only crutch was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. Dig too. Bridge here. I took your name when I took those vows. I met him back then and I meet him right now. Oh, that goes low. Sorry. Now, right now. If the ties that bind ever do come loose, it forever ever ends for you. If that ring gets a little too tight, you might as well read me my last rites. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here lies the girl whose only crutch was loving one man just a little too much. If you go before I do, I'm gonna tell the grave digger he better dig. Ha! There'll be a stone right next to mine. We'll be together till the end of time. Don't you go before I do. I'm gonna tell the grave digger that he better dig too. Single strum. 3, 4. I told you on the day we wed, I was gonna love you till I was dead. All right. Fun one for spooky season. Let's go back into the table of contents. We will take requests from Zoom and from YouTube. And even if you're not playing along and you're just listening, or you're going to come back and play later, feel free to request. Let's just stick to the ones with asterisks after them, because some of the other ones have chords that get a little hairy. And then the next 2 Tuesdays, we've got our Tuesday jams, which are more mixed level, and the whole songbook will be up for grabs, all fair game, and anyone can join us on Zoom for those. So feel free to come back on one of these Tuesdays coming up. Thanks, Laney. Yeah, it's a fun one, right? The video is fun too. It's very kind of country goth, which is fun. I can pick another one while folks are thinking if you like. We'll have plenty of time for requests, so I don't know. I'll pick, oh good, Vampire from Jennifer, and I was just thinking Blue Moon. So let's do Blue Moon and then Vampire, and if other folks think of requests, feel free to put them in the chat. And we'll come back to the table of contents too if you're still considering your options. So Blue Moon has a few extra chords in it. Beginners who are thrown off by this G plus at the bottom of the page are welcome to skip it. It's not a hard chord to play. If you notice, it's the same shape as the D minor. It's just in a different place on your fretboard. So you can play it with your middle and ring finger on the 3rd fret, C and E, and then your index finger on the A, similar to how you would play a D minor, just in a different spot. But if you can't get to it in time, just play a regular G. You don't need to play that G plus chord. It's just a little transitional chord in this one. And if you like G or G7, one of those better than the other, you can probably get away with just playing one of them the whole song. And then another beginner-friendly substitution a lot of people will make is the D7. If you're not quite there yet with this bar chord, or you can, if you don't like playing it stacked, which you can also do, you can just play the Hawaiian D7, which is played 2-0, 2-0. So you can do that too. Oh, good. More requests coming in. We've got Devil in Disguise and People Are Strange, Down in the Meadow, Trick or Treat. Awesome. All right, so let's look at Blue Moon. This one has more of a 2-pulse as opposed to that last one where we had a 4-beat strum. So I like to play it with this down, down, up, going from chord to chord. You could also just do a 1, 2, 1, 2, and do single strums, or even a double without the up. But that's going to be the rhythm through most of the song. There are lots of ways to sing this one, and lots of different artists did it slightly differently in terms of the timing. So this might not be exactly the version you're used to, but I did my best here. All right, let's give it a 1, 2, 1, 2. Do that again. ending line, and end on C. All right, let's do Vampire next, and we'll go back up to the top of the alphabet and pick up some more of these requests. Vampire is an Olivia Rodrigo song. Oh, wait, Vampire is not beginner friendly. Sorry, that's my fault. I thought that this was a more beginner friendly key, but it's not. So let's save this one for a Tuesday, and let's definitely do it in a Tuesday jam. Let's look at, that's the problem with having all the songs in one songbook, right? But I love that song, and we've done it a couple times in our in-person NYC Uke Squad jams, and it's been really fun. So I want to do that one again for sure. Let's look at Devil in Disguise and look at there it is. Okay, this one has just 4 chords, much friendlier for beginners. And again, you could use that D7 Hawaiian version if you like. And for this one, we don't need to worry about the intro, which is a little more based on the Elvis version and has a little bit of a sort of percussion. It's mimicking the opening in the Elvis version. We can just start with the verse. And the interesting thing about this song that doesn't happen in every song is that the verses are slower than the chorus. It kind of like floats along for the verse. And then I've written in speed up at the end of the choruses. We won't take it super fast. You don't have to like worry about me racing off ahead of you as fast as I can go. But it definitely does go a little bit faster at the end of the verse. And what I like to do is a down strum or a hit. And if you don't know what a hit is, that's fine. You can just do a regular down strum on that last D7 and then wait to start strumming again until I get to the G in disguise, which is why there's a little no chord here. But you could keep strumming through that if you want. You don't have to do the D7 as a down strum. You could keep strumming till we get to the disguise part. So let's just give it a try. This is one of those songs that for some people isn't as familiar, but then you're like, oh, I have heard this. So let's see if it rings a bell for folks who maybe don't recognize it on the page. So let's try just with the G with a nice easygoing pace as I've written there. 1, 2, 3. You look like an angel, walk like an angel, talk like an angel, but I got wise. Single strum. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, the devil in disguise. Ooh, you fooled me with your kisses. You cheated and you schemed. Heaven knows how you lied to me. You're not the way you seemed. And we can do some hits here on our D7. You look like an angel. Back to slower again. Walk like an angel. Talk like an angel. But I got wise. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, the devil in disguise. Ooh, I thought that I was in heaven, but I was sure surprised. Heaven help me, I didn't see the devil in your eyes. And we go back to the D7. You look like an angel, walk like an angel, talk like an angel, but I got wise. One more strum. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, the devil in disguise. The devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, the devil in disguise. You're the devil in disguise. I had to make an outro for that one because Elvis just keeps going for several more minutes on You're the Devil in Disguise. All right, that's an interesting one, right? With the tempo change, I thought that was kind of a fun one. Let's look at Down in the Meadow next. It's right next to us in the songbook. Similar chords again to some of the ones we've already been doing, and I'm going to skip the riffs. You can play them if you want, but I'm not going to worry about them at all. And for this one, you know, it's another one like Blue Moon that has more of a 2-beat rhythm. So you're changing chords just about every 2 beats until you get to this bridge, Old Lady Blackbird. And there you have 4 beats. So you could do an island strum there or just 2 down, down, ups, or, you know, whatever 4-beat strum you choose. But the verses are double beats or 2-beat changes. And I like to play the first 2 lines of each verse until the last one with a single strum. And then I like to go into my down, down, up kind of rhythm for the last 2 lines of each verse. And I reverse that on the end. But you can strum it the whole way, the same way all the way through. You don't need to be switching around your strums or anything. I will do both because that way if you're on one or the other, you'll have me along with you for half of each verse. But feel free not to switch back and forth. And when we come to the end, we can do a very easy arpeggio, which is a broken chord. All this is saying here are different ways to pluck the C chord. So if you make a one finger C chord with your fingers, you can actually just do G, C, E, A, and then we can just strum through once. You don't have to do a fancier end plucking. I've got the one written out here is more than those 4 beats, but we can just do a simple one. All right, so let's try. Again, this is down in the meadow if you've got it on your end and you're wanting to turn to the page. 1, 2, 1, 2. When Mr. Southwind sighs in the pines, old Mr. Winter whimpers and whines. Down in the meadow, under the snow, April is teaching green things to grow. When Mr. West Wind hums in the glade, old Mr. Summer nods in the shade. Down in the meadow, deep in the brook, catfish are waiting for the hook. Add another C since we're not doing the riff. Old Lady Blackbird flirts with the scarecrows. Scarecrow is waving at the moon. 2, 3, 4. Old Mr. Moon makes hearts everywhere go bump. Optional knock, bump, knock, knock, with the magic of June. When Mr. East Wind shouts overhead, then all the leaves turn yellow and red. Down in the meadow, corn stalks are high, pumpkins are ripe and ready. Another G7 for pie. Another bridge. Old Lady Blackbird flirts with the scarecrows. Scarecrow is waving at the moon. Old Mr. Moon makes hearts everywhere go bump, bump, with the magic of June. 3, 4. When Mr. North Wind roars on the breeze, old Father Christmas trims all the trees. Down in the meadow, snow softly gleams, earth goes to sleep and smiles in her dreams. And we can pick. There we go. So obviously that one's only included for the one verse, but it's fun to have a seasonal change song. Let's look. I'm looking at the requests. We've got People Are Strange and Trick or Treat. Let's just keep going in alphabetical order. So let's go to People Are Strange next. Okay, almost there. People Are Strange. Just 4 chords here. We've got an E7 added into the mix now with this one. And if you have trouble with that E7, you know, do a single strum on the chord coming before it so that you can set yourself up with a little bit more time. This one actually has a 4-beat rhythm for the non-bolded chords and 2 beats when you get to the bolded chords. So you can choose, I like island strum or rock strum on this one. I think I'll do the island strum, but again, if you don't know island strum, just play down, down, up twice, or a single strum, or go ahead and play your beats with the rock strum. You don't need to strum it exactly the way I strum it. Just like you feel like you can keep going. And at the very end, I won't worry about the riff, but we will repeat just these last 2 stanzas again. So we'll go back up to People Are Strange. The song has a ton of repetition in it, so that happens at the end of the song. So let's try without the riff. 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor. A minor. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. right. Lainey, I see your question there. Is the riff just for low G? Yes, in this particular case, it uses a low note on the low G. So that's going to sound a little strange to people if you play it on the high G. But you could take it up the octave. So let's say we're on an E there. So you could start on your E string. Let's see. No, you'd have to go up an octave. You could go up to the 7th fret of the A string and go 7, 5, 2 on a high G on the A string. And that would be the same notes, but just without, I don't have the low G on this instrument, so I can't demonstrate it, but it will sound a little funny if you play what's written on the page here with a low G, or a high G. Thanks for asking. Let's look at Trick or Treat. Now this is an original song of mine. It was requested last beginner play along too, and I realized after we played it that it has a chord in there that's not beginner friendly, which is the G minor. But you can skip the G minor if you need to. It's only in the bridge. And it's also not a super hard chord. So I feel like, you know, if you're a beginner who's never played the G minor, but you know these other chords on this page, it's a great new minor chord for you to learn. So we're going to go ahead and play it. And then hopefully if that G minor is just giving you fits, you know, hang in there because it's only in the bridge section. So for this one, I wrote it around a 4-beat, and I actually used a different kind of a tapping and plucking pattern, but we're going to do it with strumming for beginner jams. So you can do it on an island strum, or a down, down, up, or a single strums, and I'll just kind of show you how it goes, because I know not everybody's played this with me before. So let's try the opening, just goes back and forth between your A minor and your G, and then actually the verses do that too. So once you get into that pattern, you do that for quite a bit of the song. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a verse. A jump scare night of organ tones, a shadow that won't leave you alone, a tree reaching with claw to snag your witch's hat, your candy bag. It's Halloween and you're a sticky sweet that any monster'd love to eat. It's Halloween, I'm down to trick or treat. Ooh, the pumpkins grinning from each stoop, a blood trail paints in spattered loops, a child is screaming somewhere near, a candle snuffs, the air is weird. It's Halloween and you're a sticky sweet that any monster'd love to eat. It's Halloween, I'm down to trick or treat. Ooh, surprise, I'm a cadaver carved in alabaster, grinning on a slab. Good news, the ghosts who do the most are not all villain bad. Ooh, it's Halloween and you're a sticky sweet that any monster'd love to eat. It's Halloween, I'm down to trick or treat. Ooh, we can end with a single D here. Thanks, Lainey. That's always fun to teach to folks, so thanks for requesting that. All right, let's go back into the table of contents and take some more requests. And if you're just joining us, the ones with the asterisks after them are the ones that are beginner friendly. So we're trying to stick to those today. And then the next 2 Tuesdays, we'll play anything in the songbook. I'm looking at it too, thinking if there's one I especially want to play. Ring of Fire, great. And I was just thinking Spirit in the Sky is always fun. So let's look at Ring of Fire. Then we can do Spirit in the Sky. And if anybody over on YouTube has a request, please feel free to make it. So Ring of Fire, it's a classic one done in a lot of ook groups. This happens to be in the key of A. There's easier chords to play this in actually, C and G, but I find them harder to sing in, which is why I kind of split the difference and went for A. It does have that E7 chord in here, which might be a tricky one for some people. Oh, Karine also asked for that one. So we've got 2 requests for Ring of Fire, so that's perfect. So as we're playing this, there is a little bit of a rhythmic difference in this, but I think it still makes a nice beginner song because so many people know this song. So you're actually getting, as it shows up here in the intro, you're actually getting like 4 beats plus 2 beats for your opening A. So for example, if you're playing the island strum, you basically play an island strum and a half. You play the island strum and then you play a 2-beat strum, and then you go into your middle chord of the line on each line. So practically that sounds like this. So you're doing the A, 4, 1, 2, D, D, A. And then you do it twice at the end. And then with the E7, same rhythm, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that end of the A into whatever chord's in the middle of the line is splitting a 4 beats. So you can do a 2 and a 2 when you get to that. So just think it through. Even if you're single strumming, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And that's all through the song on all of the verses. And then the chorus gets a little bit more straightforward until the very last 2 lines, and then it's Ring of Fire. So you get 2 beats again on Ring of and Ring of and the last one. So again, if you don't necessarily need to count this, if you've ever heard this song before and it's kind of in your muscle memory, it'll probably come a little easier to you. And so don't overthink it, but just know that if you get confused and you need to play these chords in the middle and it's almost over, you can just play it once even. You don't even have to do it twice. Just to that comes a lot shorter than everything that's around it, or a lot faster rather is the word I meant to use. So let's give it a try. This song again is another one that's repetitive enough. If you don't get it right at the beginning, you'll probably get it by the time we get towards the end of the song. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, A. And you do 1, 2, D, A. Another A. A. 1, 2, E7, A. Another A. Here's the verse. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by a wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire. 2, 3, 4, That's always a fun one. Let's look at Spirit in the Sky. Another one a lot of people know how it's supposed to sound, which makes the slight changes in the rhythm a little easier to follow. Similar chords to the last one actually too. It's gonna be very similar. In this one, the place where the different rhythm comes in is actually illustrated by the intro, and then it comes up later in the song as well. You've got that D, C at the end moves faster than the opening chords. So you actually can do 4-beat strum here. I like down, up, chuck up, or down, up, down, up. And you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, or actually we can think of that as a 2-beat strum too, a 1 and 2 and. But basically we're gonna do that rhythm or that pattern, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and. So the D and C at the end come faster on each time that we do that line. And that comes mostly in between the verses here, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's give it a try. Again, you don't have to chuck, which is the percussive down strum that's represented by the little X. If you do play down, up, though, you might want to try, see if you can hit that second down a little harder, because it'll help you keep the beat. 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and. So I'll do the chucking so that you can hear where that beat is, but you don't have to. So let's try 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. I slowed it down just a little for us, and here's D, C, A. D, C, A. One more A, 2, 3. When I die and they lay me to rest, gonna go to the place that's best. When they lay me down to die, going on up to the spirit in the sky. Going up to the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. 1, 2, 3. D, C, A. 2, 3. Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. Gotta have a friend in Jesus. So you know that when you die, it's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and they lay you to rest, you're gonna go to the place that's the best. Here's the 1, 2, 3, B, C. Never been a sinner, I've never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, it's gonna set me up with the spirit in the sky. Gonna set me up with the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Go to the place that's the best. That one more time. Go to the place that's the best. Here's the outro. A, 2, 3. One more. We're getting an A. I just find that one fun. And it's good we hadn't done that strum before, so that was a good one to sneak in there too. Okay, we have time for a couple more. Anybody want to make a request? Abracadabra, great. We did that one in the last jam too. That was a fun one. Let's look at it. So just 3 chords here again. Similar chords again. We've got that E7 again in this one. And it's another 4-beat strum. So we've got another one where for beginners, down, down, up, or the island strum is going to work really nicely. But of course, single strums will work too, or double strums. If that helps you hold the beat, you can do that too. An older song by the Steve Miller Band. I take no responsibility for the lyrics of the song, which do mention underwear in them. So let's just give this one a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor, D minor, E7, A minor. I heat up, I can't cool down. You got me spinning round and round, round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher. Abracadabra. Chuck if you want. I wanna reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. You make me hot, you make me sigh. You make me laugh, you make me cry. Keep me burning for your love with the touch of a velvet glove. Abracadabra. I wanna reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I feel the magic in your caress. I feel magic when I touch your dress. Silk and satin, leather and lace. Black panties with an angel's face. I see magic in your sighs. I hear the magic oops in your sighs. Whoops, sorry. Just when I think I'm gonna get away, I hear the words that you always say. Abracadabra. I wanna reach out and grab ya. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher. I heat up, I can't cool down. My situation goes round and round. I heat up, I can't cool down. My situation goes round and round. I heat up, I can't cool down. My situation goes round and round. I heat up, I can't cool down. My situation goes round and round. All right, this is a great 80s song, I feel like. Jennifer saying farewell. Nice to see you here, Jennifer. And hope to see you on Zoom. Let's go down to Zombie Zoo, which Lainey has suggested. This is a brand new one for me, so let's see if I even remember how this one goes. I just ran across it in a list of unusual songs to put on Halloween playlists, and when I looked it up, it had really relatively ukulele friendly chords. We can skip the intro, so you don't have to worry about this G minor E flat at the beginning. They're not in the actual song, they're only in the intro. And then also I always say to everybody, although these suspended chords, the G sus4 and the C sus4 are not hard, beginners are welcome, or anyone's welcome, to skip them. So really you just have a G, a D, an A minor, a C, and an E minor. So the E minor is actually one of the harder ones in this song. I don't know why my computer leaves little check marks on things when I click on them sometimes. There we go. So let's see if I remember how the tune goes. And then you can play this with a capo on too if you want to play along to Tom Petty and hear how it really goes later. Okay, so let's see. This one is a great island strum one, or down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up. Maybe I'll do that. Again, down, up also works. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. All down the street, they're standing in line with white lipstick and one thing on their mind. Hey, little freak with the lunch pail purse. Underneath the paint, you're just a little girl dancing at the zombie zoo. Don't worry about the strumming. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Painted in a corner, and all you wanna do is dance down at the zombie zoo. Cute little dropout, how come you pack a rod? Is your mother in a clinic? Has your father got no job? Sometimes you're so impulsive, you shaved off all your hair. You look like Boris Karloff and you don't even care. You're dancing at the zombie zoo. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Painted in a corner, and all you wanna do is dance down at the zombie zoo. She disappears at sunrise, I wonder where she goes until the night comes falling down again. She shows up with her friends, half alive, dancing at the zombie zoo. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Well, you can make a big impression or go through life unseen. You might wind up restricted and over 17. It's so hard to be careful, so easy to be led. Somewhere beyond the pavement, you'll find the living dead. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Painted in a corner, and all she wants to do is dance down at the zombie zoo. We go back up to the bridge. She disappears at sunrise, I wonder where she goes until the night comes falling down again. She shows up with her friends, half alive, dancing at the zombie zoo. Dancing at the zombie zoo. Painted in a corner, and all you wanna do is dance down at the zombie zoo. Yeah, dance down at the zombie zoo. Yeah, get down at the zombie zoo. And on a G. All right. I don't think I completely messed that one up. And if you want to learn the kind of fun little flourish you can do with the sus chords, come to one of the Tuesday jams and request it. And or maybe I'll make a tutorial on this one because it is fun to throw those in and it's not too much harder. All right, we have time for at least one more, maybe two. Any more requests? I'm looking at what's beginner friendly that we haven't played yet. There's Badman Rising. There is, let's see, Dust in the Wind. The Ghost of John's just one chord. That's one I teach all my little kids. Halloween, House of the Rising Sun. I Put a Spell on You. Iko Iko, In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Oh, that's spelled wrong. I'll have to fix that when I fix this song sheet. Jolene, the Eldritch version. Little Red Riding Hood. Little Ghost. Mad World, Marjorie, that's a Taylor Swift song. Paint It Black, Purple People Eater, Riders on the Storm, Running Up That Hill, Scarlet Ribbons. Anything striking anybody as one you want to do? I don't see any requests yet. Sunglasses at Night. Maybe I'll pick Sunglasses at Night. I think that's a really fun one. And Riders on the Storm. Great. Okay, let's finish with those two. Riders on the Storm and Sunglasses at Night. So Riders on the Storm here first. Oops, we just went right past it. So I wrote in for myself when I fixed the typos on this chord sheet or song sheet at the end of the month. I want to give an extra, I want to note that you actually play the G twice in each of these lines. It actually happens in the middle of the line though, if you, let's see, it's, give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. It comes on the last word, but there's just not really room to stick those in there. I just wanted people to know you're not just only playing the chords once there, in case that's confusing to people. And that'll be the same on the second verse too. So that's something I'm going to fix. But really, if you just keep playing the chord until you get to the place where the chord changes, you'll be okay too. For this one, it's another one that has more of a 2-beat pulse. Down, up, chuck up, down, up, or just a down, down would also work. So I'll keep doing the down, up, chuck up because, again, I think it helps people hear the beat, but feel free not to do the chucking if you don't want to. And we can do it kind of swingy. It doesn't have to be real straight on the beat. We can do like a 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2, 3, 4. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. Killer on the road, yeah. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand. The world on you depends. Our life will never end. Gotta love your man, yeah. Back up to the first stanza one more time. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out on loan. Riders on the storm. Down to the bottom. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. One more time. Riders on the storm. A lot of A minor in this songbook. A minor is my official chord of Halloween, I'm declaring. All right, so let's look at Sunglasses at Night. And I apologize if any of you need to leave right at the half hour. I understand if you have to duck out early, but I'll play this one as my final song. Just 4 chords here. And another one that works really nicely with that down, up, chuck up strum. Again, down, up works just as well, or just hit the beats. I'm going to skip the riff. Oh, maybe I'll play the riff just so we can keep in time. It's on the G string. If you can't do the riff, you've never played it before, it's going too fast, don't even worry about it, but it is all on one string, so that's something that beginners can work on more nicely than some of the riffs that are all over the place. So let's try. Oh, Lainey says to make this easier, you can play A minor with the index finger. Yes, that's a good idea. Are you talking about with the riff? Yeah, absolutely. Then you can just reach your pinky out. And you never even go to the first fret on your riff, so you can keep the index on the second fret the whole time. Good tip. Let's see. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can watch you weave then breathe your storylines. Oh, on Riders on the Storm. Good tip for this one too. And I wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep track of the visions in my guy in shades. Oh no. 3 and 4 and don't masquerade with the guy in shades. Oh no. I can't believe it. You got it made with the guy in shades. Oh no. 3, 4. And I wear my sunglasses at night so I can forget my name while you collect your claim. And I wear my sunglasses at night so I can see the light that's right before my eyes. While she's deceiving me, it cuts my security as she got control of me. I turn to her and say, don't switch the blade on the guy in shades. Oh no. Don't masquerade with the guy in shades. Oh no. I can't believe it. Don't be afraid with the guy in shades. Oh no. It can't escape you, 'cause you got it made with the guy in shades. Oh no. I said, I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I said to you now, I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I cry to you. I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. Last line. I wear my sunglasses at night. I like a little upstrum on that one, especially if you're on a low G. All right. Awesome. Thank you folks so much. That was really fun. This was our final beginner-friendly play-along jam of the month, but I just want to stress that beginners are always welcome to the mixed level jams too, and we'll make sure to mix some beginner songs in to those so they aren't all intermediate songs. And although I normally have my beginner songs spaced out more over the course of a month, my beginner play-alongs rather, because of travel and Halloween, it made it a little tricky this month. So I had to do them up at the top of the month. So sorry about that, but more to come. I'll say farewell to folks over on YouTube first. Thanks for all the great requests over there. And so glad I had someone with me on Zoom. Thanks for coming.